everybody. So welcome to my channel. My name is Jessi. I started a blog not too long ago, just about, get some stuff off of my mind and talk about things that maybe, I don't have the privilege of talking to people with on a day-to-day basis. So I thought, why don't I just put some things out there and see if there's anybody else out there that also might relate to some of the things that I talk about. I'm not a professional in any way. I'm just a woman that has a lot to say and that has experienced a lot. And so I usually will just talk about, things that I've experienced in my life and how maybe I've dealt with them or overcome them, or maybe things that I'm still struggling with. So today, my first day, I do have probably like 15 videos. Like I said, I did start my blog. It's on Wix site. It's called Break Me Open. If you want to go on there and see it, you're more than welcome to. So I started that because I wanted to start a vlog. But I was like, oh, well, maybe, I'll post the videos there first. And then when I feel comfortable, I'll switch over and transition into YouTube. No, that has not happened. So I feel like at this point, I know what I want to do. I know I want to do a vlog. And so I think I just have to kind of go for it. And some of you are going to love me and some of you are going to hate me. And that's okay, because you know what? It's not my cup of tea, and so that's okay. But what I do want to say today is that for anybody that is watching, I just want to say that I love you. Thank you for being here. And yeah, if there's anything that maybe you want to talk about, or maybe like a certain topic that you feel like I hit on something that you can relate to, if you leave a comment below, we can definitely talk about it again. You could always message me and just, give me some insight into maybe something that you're dealing with or how you overcame something, and we can talk about that. I think that would be awesome. So today, to get started, today I want to talk about just in life when you feel like messed up, when you feel like you've been working so hard towards something and just for some reason you fall. And it can be in any aspect. It can be like your gym routine. It can be in your eating routine. It can be in your walk with God. It can be in your marriage. It can be as a mother, um, in a friendship. It's just any relationship in general. I think it kind of, can relate to everything across the board. So things that I've struggled with literally my whole life is whenever I start doing something, like say I start a diet. So I start a diet and I love to do the same thing every day, like repetitively at the same time. And if not at the same time, around the same time. And by that, I mean so if I want to start off my day with a workout, then every morning I get up, no matter what time it is, I want to start with a workout. But one thing I have a problem with is that if I skip a day or two, it's like I become very upset with myself and I just feel like, okay, well, I just blew it, so I'm just not even going to try anymore, which is very, very, very wrong. And so this is something that I still struggle with to this day. And it's something that I still have to pray about every day. And the reason why I say I pray about it, because this does not only affect me in a health way, but this is also the same for me and my relationship with God. So, sometimes I feel like I'm just having a great week. I get up every morning and I start with devotion and prayer, and I make sure, I'm spending time with God and just keeping God first in my life. And so, when I do that and it's consistent and, and I feel like, oh, yes, I'm so motivated and I feel like, yes, like God knows that I love him above all else. And then, I might have like a crazy weekend and like Friday and Saturday passes and I have not spent time with God. I haven't opened my Bible. And so then that failure, like, feeling that I hate seeps in. And so it just makes me feel like, well, maybe this is not for me. Maybe, maybe I'm just not as good at this as everybody else is. I just feel like, I don't know, it makes me not want to go on. And so that's one of the things that I do not like about myself. It makes me just feel like, what are you even doing, Jessi? Like, you're wasting all this time. You were doing great. You fell off the wagon for a day or two. It's okay. So that's something that I'm struggling with right now. But like I said, I have been praying about it, and I feel like God has kind of like opened up my eyes more, to show me like, it's okay. I feel like as long as we're like spiritual minded, on the days when we don't have a chance to talk to God and sit down and set time apart for Him, I feel like as long as, and this is just for me personally, I don't know how everybody else feels, but I feel like as long as I'm spiritual minded, I feel like, it's okay and it's going to get me through. And so I don't have to be so set on, well, I have to do this. And if I don't do it, I'm a failure. Or, if I don't do it, I shouldn't feel bad about it. And yes, we should strive to do, speak to God every day and set up time apart for Him. I agree with, I, I can't talk. Sorry, guys. I feel like we should set time apart for God every day. But there are going to be days when you just can't do that. Just like there are days when, you're killing it in the gym and like every day you're there, you're there, you're there. And then something happens. You have people over at your house. You're having a party. Your kids have, you know, something going on with their school and it's just crazy busy. And for some reason, you just cannot squeeze that time in. And so when this happens, I've learned that it's not that the desire is not there. The desire is there for us to do it, but sometimes in life we just become so busy that sometimes we can't be as consistent as we would like. But as long as the desire, your desire, as long as the intention is there, I feel like you're on the right track. Well, I feel like I'm on the right track. I can't speak for everybody. But so yeah, so that's one thing that I've been telling myself, you know, because there was a minute, probably around 2 weeks ago, where I just felt like I hadn't prayed in like 2 days. I hadn't opened my Bible, and so I just really started examining myself, like, what is wrong with you, Jessi? And so I just automatically see it as something is wrong whenever I'm not doing my routine thing. And so I'm training my mind to not think like that anymore and to just, allow myself to be busy sometimes, as long as I don't get so caught up that those 1 or 2 days turn into 1 or 2 weeks and then 1 or 2 months. And then before you know it, you have like zero relationship with God or you have zero motivation to work out. Don't allow yourself to go there. So yeah, so this is just something that I've been praying about, and God has been helping me to understand that, just as we get older in life, with children and with housework and cooking and just, the day-to-day basics of life, sometimes you're not going to have time to be 100%, where you want to be. And that's okay. Um, so yeah, so that's something that I've struggled with. And I just feel like maybe there's people out there that maybe struggle with the same. And so, and if not, that's okay. I can be the imperfect one by myself. I don't mind that. But another thing that I also wanted to talk about is loving people. So I have, in the past probably 2 to 3 years, um, have dealt with a person in particular that is very mean and ugly, and I just feel like very petty and um, just all around a bad person. So, you know, I've always prayed and just asked God, why is this person like that? And I don't understand. And I feel like, God just kind of took the burden and the weight off of my shoulders as to why this person is a nasty person. And God kind of showed me, like, well, you're the one that has a relationship with me. That person probably barely knows me. or might act like they know me. And so you need to be the one that always has a very godly countenance about, you know, myself. And so I feel like, God kind of convicted me about that and kind of was like, you need to learn to be a more loving person, not because the person deserves love and not because the person deserves kindness, but because I'm representing God. And so that's another struggle of mine. And God knows that. That is a very, very big struggle of mine. And so I have learned to let go of, things that this person has done to me and said to me that hurt me very deeply. And I just gave it to God, just said, God, you take care of that person. I'm not going to worry about anything anymore. I'm not going to let, that person affect my life. And so it has made me all around, it's made my life in every aspect more peaceful because I'm not thinking about, well, what is this person going to do next? Or what is this person saying? Or, you know, um, what does this person, tell people about me? So anyways, God has shown me that, we have to be loving through everything. And if we can learn to be like that, we can learn to be more like God. And so I feel like at the end of the day, that is the goal. And so I try to be as loving as I can be, especially to those around me that I interact with on a day-to-day basis. I do try to create a very loving environment, atmosphere, a joyful environment or atmosphere.
Atmosphere. Wow. I probably should quit now.
Anyways, atmosphere. And I don't know, but whenever people are around me, I just always want people to be happy and to feel welcome and to feel accepted and to feel just like me and like we're on the same level and like there's no difference between me and you or you and me. It's like we're all the same. We're all in this together. And I feel like we all have our struggles. Nobody knows what another person is going through unless that person opens up to you. So just constantly try to be a loving person, try to be motivating, try to be encouraging, because you really never know what kind of impact you can have on somebody. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now in my life. I'm learning, and I'm growing in God and mentally and spiritually. Um, and I give God the glory for that because without Him, I don't think I would be where I'm at today. So, yeah. So that's just a little bit about what I wanted to talk about today. And like I said, this is my first vlog. I'm going to try to edit this because I cannot believe I said atmosphere. But if I can't, that probably will be in there. I'm not really good at any of this. Like I said, I'm brand new to it. But the vlog was the goal. So I feel like I'm just going to have to start somewhere and just put myself out there and just, whatever happens, happens. But anyways, I do love you guys so much. For those of you that decide to watch and follow, I appreciate your time so much. And please reach out to me. I'd love to get to know you. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all again soon.